Shalom, this is Yah is Magnified, and I'm back with another informative video. Today's video is titled, The SSN and Identity Theft Argument. But before I tackle this subject, as always, I must state for the record, I'm not a lawyer, I do not practice law, and I do not pretend to. All my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They're all facts and all truth. Nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, guys, let's get to it. Oh yeah, but as always, guys, before I proceed forward, I need you all to hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And also hit that notification bell so you all can be notified when I'm dropping them powerful videos. So without further ado, okay, so now, the reason why I'm making this video, because there's a claim going around in federal court of alleged identity theft by the child's mom, because the child's mom allegedly gave away the father's social security number without the father's permission, okay? Which they try to state that that is in fact a felony. So we're going to see if that statement true or not, and we're going to see if that statement applies to child support, okay? We're going to see if the child's mom or the agency committed identity theft when they used the social security number, okay? So without further ado, guys, let's pick this up at the top where it states second claim. And it states, conspiracies to interfere with civil rights, 42 USC 1985, 18 USC 241. And it reads, defendants, blank and blank, agencies promoted and participated in premeditated identity theft by obtaining blank's SSN from defendants blank and blank without his knowledge or permission. Compelled use or disclosure of blank's SSN and personal identifying information is a felony and is in direct violation of the laws of the United States under 42 USC 4088, 18 USC 1028, and 18 USC 1028A. Okay, guys, so now we're going to go over those codes to see if the codes actually say what the person is claiming in this second claim, okay? So we're going to see if this person actually have an argument, or is he just throwing out blanket statements without any argument to support, without any facts, to support his argument. So now, without further ado, let's go to 42 USC. So now, as you all can see, we are in fact coming from Cornell Law School, and we're at 42 USC subsection 408 penalties, okay? But the exact code was 4088. So now let's go down to 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's pick this up at the top where it states discloses. It states what? Discloses, uses, or compels the disclosure of the social security number of any person in violation of the laws of the United States. Okay, so the key words in this sentence is in violation with the laws of the United States. Okay, in violation with the laws of the United States. Okay, so now, is Title 42 in violation of the laws of the United States? Yes or no, guys? Let me ask that question again. Is Title 42 in violation of the laws of the United States? Because the last time I checked, Title 42 was under the United States program, underneath the Social Security Act, the same act that's being used to what? To enforce child support. So, the argument is looking weak already, but now let's go to the next code that they used, which was 18 USC 1028. Let's go there. So now, as you all can see, we're coming from 18 USC subsection 1008, okay? This is the exact code that they quoted in the claim that they filed in federal court. Okay, so we're going to see if this code has anything to do with someone using your social security number without your permission. Now let's read this, guys. It states, fraud and related activities in connections with identification documents, authentication features, and information. But not only that, guys, so they also quoted 1028A. So now let's go to A. Let's see what A states. A, right here, guys, it clearly states, whoever in circumstances described in subsection C of this section. So now, in order for us to know what A is referring to, we have to go to subsection C. So now let's go to subsection C. C, the circumstances referred to in subsection A of this section is that 1, the identification document, authentication feature, or false identification document is or appears to be issued by or under the authority of the United States or a sponsoring entity of an event designated as a special event of national significance, or the document making implement is designed or suited for making such an identification document, authentication feature, or false identification document. So now, guys, this has everything to do with using a United States identification card or Social Security card or any other card that's issued by the federal government or the state to defraud the United States. Okay, to further prove that, now let's go back up to A. Let's go back up to A. All right, guys, so now we're right back at A, but now let's pick this up at 1. 1 clearly states, knowingly and without lawful authority produces an identification document, an authentication feature, or a false identification document. But the key words in this whole sentence is knowingly and without lawful authority. So now we're going to find out if the child's mom has lawful authority to place the father's alleged Social Security number on the application, okay? Or was it done unlawfully according to the statutes and codes of the United States? We're going to see if the statutes and codes of the United States allows the child's mom to enter the alleged father's Social Security number on those applications. But let's continue. 2, knowingly transfers an identification document, an authentication feature, or a false identification document, knowing that such document or feature was stolen or produced, what, guys? Without lawful authority. So now we got to see if the document was stolen or produced without lawful authority. So again, guys, the key words in most of these points that they must all be done without lawful authority. Let's continue reading number 3. Knowingly produced with intent to use unlawfully. Again, guys, let's go to number 4. Knowingly possesses an identification document or other one issued lawfully, other than one issued lawfully. Again, the same key terms. But let's read the last line of 4, which states, with the intent such document or feature be used to what? Defraud the United States, guys. So again, by her using her Social Security card, or excuse me, by her putting his Social Security card on the documents, did she use his Social Security number to defraud the United States? Or did she have authority to enter his Social Security number on the application according to the United States statutes and codes? We're going to find that out, guys. Okay? 5, we can all read 5. 5 had nothing to do with it, but let's go to 6. 6, same thing, guys. Right here, which is stolen or produced without lawful authority. Okay? Again, has everything to do with without such lawful authority, guys. All right, let's read number 7. Again, unlawful activity. So again, guys, we're going to see if any of this violates what? Federal law. If she gave out his Social Security number on the application, did she violate any federal law? Or does federal law actually support her giving out his Social Security number, guys? So without further ado, let's go to 42 U.S.C. subsection 666 to see exactly what the statute and code states about giving out the Social Security number of the alleged father. Okay, so now you all can see we're coming from 42 U.S.C. subsection 666, which states requirement of statutorily prescribed procedures to improve effectiveness of child support enforcement. So now let's scroll down to number 13. Let's go to 13, guys. Okay, so now let's pick this up at 13, where it states recording the Social Security numbers in certain family matters. Then it states what? Procedures requiring that the Social Security number of, let's go to B, guys. B, any individual who is subject to a divorce decree, support order, or paternity determination or acknowledgement be placed in the records relating to the matter. So again, guys, Title 42, subsection 666 supports the use of the Social Security number. Okay? These are not my words. These are the words of the statutes and codes that's used in federal and state governments, guys. Okay? So now, to further prove that, out of the mouth of 2 witnesses, let's establish the matter. Because if the child's mom doesn't know the father's Social Security number, there's ways of going about getting it. Such as what? The father's name or the father's birth date. Okay, if they have both of those two, then when they put it in the parent locator, they're going to find the social security number. To further prove that, let's go to 42 USC 653. Let's go there. Now we're coming from the Social Security Administration. And the main reason why I'm coming from the Social Security Administration, because we are in fact dealing with what? The Social Security number, okay? So this should automatically be a red flag, guys, because we know that under Title 42 is Social Security Administration Act. But so is child support, because child support is also underneath the Social Security Act. So that should let you know that they are what? They are running hand in hand with one another, okay? And as I told y'all in my older videos, the Social Security number is strictly used for what? For strict enforcement activities. How else will they know how to garnish your wages, suspend the license, and everything else? That's because all of that is attached to that same Social Security number, okay? So once they have the Social Security number, they can do whatever they please to do with that alleged person's income and everything else, because what? He attached himself to that number. That's it. That's all. So that's how strict enforcement take place. And it's just that simple, guys. But now, let's pick this up at the top where it states federal parent locator, because we're going to find out exactly how they locate the parent. So like I stated before, even if the child's mom does not have your Social Security number, only thing she needs is your name and your address. That's it. Or your name or your address, should I say. Or your date of birth. That's it, man. She just needs to know a little bit of things about you. They can put it in the parent locator and find everything about you. And it's just that simple, guys. Why? Because it's all attached to the Social Security number. But now let's pick this up at the top, because we know underneath the Social Security Administration is subsection 453. But under the federal codes, it's 42 USC 653, which is what? Establishment. So let's pick this up at 2, guys. Right here, 2, where it states what? For the purpose of establishing parentage or establishing, setting the amount of, modifying, or enforcing child support obligations, the federal parent locator services shall obtain and transmit to any authorized person specified in subsection C. Then A, guys, A states what? Information on or facilitating the discovery of the location of an individual. 1. Who is under an obligation to pay child support. 2. Against whom such an obligation is sought. Or 3. To whom such an obligation is owed. Excuse me, guys. Obligation is owed, including the individual's Social Security number or numbers, most recent address, and the name, address, and employer identification number of the individual's employer. So again, guys, once they get the name, they'll put up the Social Security number. So again, like I was telling you guys, you cannot use federal codes to argue federal codes, because we know, according to scripture, a house divided cannot stand, okay? So, again, in order for that person to try to win that claim, he must prove without a shadow of a doubt that the child's mom does not have a right to supply your Social Security number, or she unlawfully supplied his Social Security number. But according to the statutes and codes of the federal government and the state government, it's lawful for her to do those things, okay? So in order for one to be punished, it has to be done unlawfully. But what we just read, according to 42 USC subsection 666, and according to the Social Security Administration and Title 42 USC 653, out of 3 witnesses, lets us know that the Social Security number can in fact be used and they will not be penalized for it. So again, guys, you cannot pick and choose when you want to use federal statutes and codes, okay? You can't say this code applies but this code doesn't. No, if you govern yourself under one statute or one code underneath the federal statutes, then you govern yourself under all codes underneath the federal codes. That's it. That's all. You can't pick and choose which one you want to follow, which one you don't. Okay? So again, guys, that's what I'm going to do for today. If you all need my help, hit me up at my email at yahuah@gmail.com. Let's get this right wisdom, this right knowledge, and this right understanding. Also, guys, cop that merch. And with that being said, I say, sure.